Hey yo, what's good, y'all? I'm Malcolm McFay and Create 615 Comics, and welcome to episode 4 of the Yo and Nerd podcast. All right, and I know I'm wearing the same things I was wearing in the last podcast. Trust me, this is the same day. I'm just recording it two episodes at once because I got a lot of topics. All right, so I'm trying to roast me for wearing the same clothes. All right, so last podcast we talked about a lot of topics and conversation starters. All right. This podcast, I'm sorry. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then please comment on the videos. Leave a comment, let's chop it up. I'm with all the smoke. If you disagree, agree. I'm with all of that. All right, but sorry, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right. So last episode, I had a lot of conversation starters and topics that I want to talk about within the nerd realm. Today is straight comics. We going straight comic book talk, all right? This ain't for this ain't for this and that. This ain't for the movies. This ain't for all this other stuff. This is for the comic books, all right? This is for the comic book lovers and the comic book readers. So, all right, big news today. DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, a whole bunch of companies are joining forces and bringing together Neo Ichiban. Neo Ichiban, I hope I'm not saying that wrong, is going to be a new digital platform for comics all over the place. All right, DC, Marvel, manga comics, Dark Horse, they're all coming together for this digital platform where it's like a one-stop shop, they're calling it, for like comics and manga. You just go to this shop and go to this site and it has everything. I'm pretty sure they're going to have an app for it and all that. So this joint also, they're doing some really cool things where like comics they have collectibles on the site, like digital collectibles, things that have been signed digitally that you can have and sell. Like it's a big thing for like collectors and just readers. Like they're trying to do something real big. They're trying to redefine the game of digital comics, and I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see what it is. I'm really a physical reader. I'll still buy my books. I do read some digitally, so I don't have to to save money, but I'm really a physical reader. But this site and this app and this collaboration just sounds great. I believe it was formed, actually I have right here, Amazon Comixology. All right, this was kind of revolutionized from that, you feel me? So I can't wait to see what they do. I know Global Comics was like making a rise, and it seems like this may stop their rise, but hey, I think this is dope. I can't wait to see where it's going to be feeling. I'm gonna try to keep up with this news and see where this goes. I'm like a news reporter out here, you feel me, doing my thing. But this looks like it's real dope and can be a real innovative way to move for comics in the future. All right, it may revolutionize the way we do digital comics. So as a comic creator and fan, I really got to stay on top of it. So I'll be keeping y'all up to date on that. But that is the first news of the day. Comic news: Neo Ichiban is making a digital site. Definitely check that out. I hope I'm not butchering the name, but definitely check that out and see what they're doing. I'm gonna try to keep y'all updated on that. But that sounds dope, bro. One-stop shop for comics and manga. I love it. Okay, more comic book news, and this one I'm excited about, bro. I'm getting all giddy. So, as you know, DC and Marvel, if you haven't known already, if you don't know, DC and Marvel are starting to do crossovers. All right, you remember back in the day we got like Dark Claw, which is like Wolverine and Batman, Superman and Captain America blended, but those are like heroes blended. Now we're getting actual crossovers where the heroes will be teaming up together and doing things. All right, so I believe we got Batman and Deadpool coming. I got my notes right here. We got Batman and Deadpool coming. Wonder Woman, Captain America, Green Arrow, and Daredevil. That's gonna be the best one. That's gonna be the best one. That's gonna be fire. And I believe as of right now, that's all that we know. But I'm so excited for this DC and Marvel Comics crossover. Number one, they definitely ready to get some money from this. They trying to get the bag with these. But I think they're pairing up people that would be very interesting, like Green Arrow and Daredevil. The fact that Green Arrow, he's very sight-based, like he's an arrow, like these arrows, so he's very sight-based to work with a blind vigilante. Like that is gonna be dope to see them together. And plus, Matt Murdock is more so on the poor side, where we already know Green Arrow is rich. So like, I want to see that dynamic. Wonder Woman and Captain America, like both of them being like people from the past. Even though Wonder Woman's the past, Wonder Woman's from the past's past. All right, you feel me? And like, but from them being not from this generation, you feel me? They're not from like this generation. They're from a different time. Seeing them together and just how both of them are very, very strong-minded characters, and I think they're gonna bump heads. I think Wonder Woman, pretty much as strong of a character she is, will bump heads with a lot of people because Wonder Woman don't take no shit. So I think they're gonna bump heads, but definitely come together. I think the Deadpool Batman is very interesting with how serious Batman is and how jokey Deadpool is. I think that's why they put them together, because that is comic gold. You feel me? Deadpool, Batman, that's gonna be fire. But I'm really loving the creativity of these crossovers. Like they're not just throwing people together just to do it. All right, they're pairing people that have something interesting. Like I just said, like all of them have something interesting between them or differences that definitely can make for a great story and just great interactions. Like, whew, I'm telling you, the Daredevil Green Arrow is very intriguing. Rich, poor, very much sight-based, blind, uses his senses, but they both have like a moral compass, you feel me? Like, oh man, that's gonna be a great book to read. That's gonna be a great book to read. But if you don't know, now you know. DC and Marvel are bringing their characters together for epic crossovers that I cannot wait to see, bro. I cannot wait to see this. Tell me how y'all feel. Which story y'all looking forward to? Let's start a little poll. Y'all feel which one y'all looking forward to more? Batman and Daredevil, Wonder Woman and Captain America, or Green Arrow and Daredevil? And that segue, that segues me to my next topic in the comic realm of, like, since DC and Marvel doing these crossovers, they're probably gonna make a lot of money. Let's talk about bestsellers, all right? So they put out the best-selling comics of 2024. And here's the list, hopefully right here is the list. But here's the list of, so way they do it is they do dollars and units. All right, dollars is the total revenue generated by sales, while units is the measure of quantity of product move. So units is how many comics they sold. I kind of more so go with units than dollars. You feel me? Because dollars kind of depends on the price of the comic. But with units, that's what I want to look at today. Bestsellers of 2024 by units. And DC and Marvel, bro, y'all was cooking with the ultimate and the absolute. Y'all was cooking. Like, if you look at these, like, ultimate universe and absolute universe were literally leading in the comics. I think these new fresh takes on characters what people was asking for and wanting, especially this allows people just to jump onto these characters and storylines easily. Like the Ultimate Black Panther, that was an easy jump on where you can just jump on this a brand new storyline. Ultimate Spider-Man was brand new and it was showed a more adult Spider-Man. Everything they've done, and especially Absolute, they're kind of changing things where Bruce not super rich. Superman more so grew up on Krypton. Like, it's Wonder Woman, the Amazons aren't there. Like, you feel me? Like, these are fresh new takes and they really killed it, where these sales is showing like, okay, maybe fans are looking for new fresh takes and things, you feel me? But the only thing that's discouraging about it is that, like, it's not really new. Like, these are fresh takes on old characters. So, like, but it's not, you're not seeing like a brand new character rise up and be on this top sellers list and stuff like that. But that's the only discouraging thing. But I really want to start pay attention to more bestsellers. I'm gonna put this in here. I wasn't gonna say this, but I really want to pay attention more to bestsellers, because I think it's complete BS when they talk about black heroes and how if we buy these books that maybe they'll make more of them. And I'm not saying those books don't sell. I'm saying that DC and Marvel make books that don't sell all the time, that nobody bats an eye about, but we got to get sales for a black character to thrive. But y'all will just make books that don't sell at all, that, you know, y'all just throw out there, but we got to make a certain money amount for black characters to get their just dues, you feel me? So that's one reason why I'm paying attention to the bestsellers, but also I just think it's dope seeing what comics are selling the top of. And I think that the fact that the Absolute Ultimate are selling out, I think that shows you that that people are really looking for fresh takes on these characters. And I think y'all, and that y'all did a good job making fresh takes of these characters. You feel me? So I think that that this definitely tells a story, a bigger story within the DC and Marvel universes about what they can do moving forward to sell comics and just to get people intrigued in comics. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely, to wrap up this bestsellers, I definitely think that sometimes that they just put comics out there that don't sell just because they want to and they want to do it creatively, but they don't give that same grace to Black heroes and stuff like that, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, but you are DC Marvel. Y'all cooking with this Ultimate Absolute. Okay, let's continue this comic talk because I'm loving it. And yes, I do got my notebook because I got notes that I make sure I'm saying everything I need to say. Because right now we're going to talk about DC September 2025 Solicitation. All right, they just put it out of a list of comics that will be coming out in September for the DC Comics. And I'm disappointed. As a DC Comics fan, I'm very disappointed. We all know that DC is basically Batman and his little friends. We all know that. But when you look at this solicitation, like, it's literally just Batman and his little friends. As a Batman fan, I love Batman. But as a comic fan, like, bro, give me something more. Like, there's so many Batman stories, and it's like, there's so many characters in the DC universe y'all could tell stories about, and y'all keep talking about the same characters, bro. But let's go into this solicitation. There's some stories that I do want to talk about that are coming out in September that are actually going to be fire. Some of them are actually Batman stories. But let's talk about this, okay? So one thing that's coming out is Miss Terrific #5. All right, and in this we see that Black Lightning is probably going to make an appearance, which is going to be dope. Which I actually think is seeing them together is going to be very cool. Like Miss Terrific and Black Lightning sort of working together in year one of Miss Terrific, that's going to be fire. Like, and especially Miss Terrific, I'm glad they got him in the year one series. I'm glad he's in the movie, and I'm glad this is bringing us light to his story and what he's doing. But because the Miss Terrific #1 was fire, and then #5 is going to be out in September, which I cannot wait for. All right. Also, there's a brand new Batman story coming out. I'm looking at it right here. They say it's a new day dawns for the Dark Knight. All right, so it's basically something new. They're starting back over with #1. If they're not really giving me too much to say right here what the story is going to be about, but I can't wait to see what goes on with the new Batman. They're starting over from #1, then giving him like the blue, the gray and blue feel for Batman. So it kind of feels like a little classic Batman. So I kind of want to see what they're going to do with this. Is they're starting over new, so I'm guessing they're going to try to revamp Batman a little bit with his #1. It's probably still going to continue his story, but it seems like they are going to try to do a little bit something different with Batman. His suit already looks fire. I think the suit already looks tough. A little more, actually no, here I got a little bit of something for the Batman. The best superhero in comics gets a brand new first issue to kick off this new era that will test Batman and Bruce Wayne like never before. All right, so that is the synopsis of what's going to be happening, or the storyline of what's going to be happening for the new Batman. All right. We also have the Immortal Legend Batman #2. I know I joked and said DC is just Batman and his little friends, but when you look this tough, you could have some little friends, you feel me? So let's talk about this Immortal Batman and read it out to y'all. The Immortal Legend Batman in deep space. The Immortal Legend Batman's strength will be tested when this hunt for a new breed of shadows leads him to the asteroid base of space pirates who decide the fate of their captives through physical combat. Man, so we getting Batman in space. We getting Batman X, basically. But this joint looks dope. The artwork already kind of looks dope. The suit looks fire, and it's actually being written by Power Ranger writer Kyle Higgins, and then so I think this will be Batman with a Power Ranger feel to it. Already looks like Power Ranger Batman. So I think this is going to be tough as a brand new Batman out in space. I know I complained about Batman, but I said I was a Batman fan too, so I'm definitely going to check that joint out. All right. Also, things that are coming out that I saw. There's this thing called Children of the Round Table. Now, this is something fresh that I saw. It was the one thing that looked new. It's coming from writer Tom Taylor. He also wrote Superman, Son of Superman, with Superman's son John. But this looks like a brand new story. Let me read it for y'all. For centuries, an elite force known as the Camelot Corps has protected ancient secrets, waiting for the day when these myths are needed by the world. The day is today. Young Fell, whatever his name, Connor, and their friends are stunned when they're almost crashed by a giant stone falling from the sky. Their lives are changed forever when they find a sword stuck fast in the stone. These children of destiny will soon face a great evil, but they won't do so alone. For the kids have been chosen to wield ancient magical weapons, great weapons bounded to knights of legend, weapons that speak, weapons that argue. With the evil mortared power growing, the fate of the world rests in the hands of children of the Round Table. Bro, so this kind of sounds like the Secret Seven, Seven Secrets. So Tom Taylor actually wrote a story called The Seven Secrets, where it kind of sounds similar to this, but it was basically like they were keeping like these secrets, like they had the secret case that basically in the world they were trying to keep from the villain. So it kind of seems like that with more of like a kid feel to it and ancient weapons and stuff like that. But this joint looks dope, and it's coming from DC Comics, and it's something brand new, and it has a brand new feel to it. So like this is probably the main thing I'm gonna be looking forward to in September, because it's something new. Like I said, Batman and Little Friends, this is something outside of that. But like I said, check out DC's Solicitation. They have a whole bunch of other comics that are coming out. These are just kind of the ones that I had listed that I wanted to talk about. Also, Zatanna's coming back with a new comic also in September. Zatanna is coming back with a comic in September that I'm a little bit excited for. Something new, something different besides your normal Batman and his little friends. But yeah, so that is also coming out, but I'm really excited for the Children of the Round Table to see what that is about. But go check out DC's Solicitation and see what you like, and see if there's something in September that's coming out that you may want to check. Okay, right. So in this episode 4 of the Yo and Nerd podcast, I want to start off a brand new segment. All right, this is the debut of this segment. This is like a first appearance in comics. All right, and this new segment is That Yo Is Spittin'. Now this will be a rapid fire kind of segment where I just kind of spew out things that I just want to say, not even really go into topics, just rapid fire, spew out things I want to say, things are dope, or maybe things I don't like, you feel me? Just stuff like that, all right? So I got my notes, of course, because this is rapid fire. I want to make sure I know what I'm saying. So let's get started with That Yo Is Spittin'. Number 1. If you're one of them people that's talking about, I really can't get in the comics because I don't know where to start. Well, Superman Unlimited. That's where you start. Superman got a new comic out called Superman Unlimited. It's a great start. It shows you where he's been, and it allows you to go with him where he's going. All right. Just to give you a little backstory, he is now invulnerable to kryptonite, and he has a new golden suit. All right. So definitely check out Superman Unlimited. Number 2 is out now. It's only 2 issues, but real easy to jump into. You can get into number 1 and then continue on the story. It's a brand new era of Superman called the Emerald Era, is what they call it. Okay. Now, Power Man, Luke Cage, he has a comic out called Power Man Timeless. My God, that joint is fire. At first, I was hating. I was like, why are they going to give Luke Cage's, the Hulk, Century, and Iron Fist powers? It's kind of overkill. And then I thought later, I was like, Malcolm, you're tripping. That sounds dope. So I started reading the comic. And I was tripping, because it is dope. Bro, I'm a huge Icon fan, and this is like a Marvel Icon, but more powerful and just out there in space, like Luke Cage is doing crazy. Man, this is the best Luke Cage ever been. I'm just going to say that. But if you get a chance, check out Power Man Timeless. It's like a futuristic Luke Cage who has the power of Iron Fist, the Hulk, and Century. Fire. Next up, let's stay on Black characters and Marvel. Y'all actually doing a pretty good job with Black Panther. Y'all actually doing a pretty good job with like Miles, Luke Cage, stuff like that. Blade just had a very good run. So y'all doing a couple good things. But y'all not off the hook. Where's Night Thrasher and Nighthawk? I know Night Thrasher just kind of had a small series. Did that even finish? To be honest, I gotta go back and see what happened to that. But Night Thrasher and Nighthawk are two very good vigilantes, and y'all have been doing a great job with vigilantes. All right, and y'all even have crossover events with the vigilantes that with the street level heroes, but y'all don't include them. These are two very dope black heroes that y'all should include, that y'all need to be included more often. All right, I want some more Nightwing and Night Thrasher content, and y'all need to give it to me. All right, now let's keep on going with the rapid fires. Also, DC, I'm not feeling the Justice League. I'm not feeling Justice League at all. The Justice League Unlimited series kind of just bleh. It's kind of just bleh. A lot of the series kind of just been bleh. Like they just haven't really been nothing. Like I haven't even been really feeling Batman. Haven't really been feeling Superman. The Green Arrow, I tried to jump onto that. Wasn't really feeling that. Flash, I'm not feeling that. Wonder Woman, for some reason, y'all always just seem to make her boring as hell. I feel like every run she just gets more and more boring. Like I just can't get with it. Justice League, I'm not really with it. I'll probably talk more about this stuff in a little bit. But like like some of the stuff, bleh. Like it's just bleh. Like it's not nothing for real. You feel me? But also, bro, why did we only get one shot of an Ironheart? She's getting a whole show. Normally Marvel does a great job when a character comes out that they put like at least a mini series or something, but I feel like Ironheart only got a one shot. Like I wasn't really good with that. Like that's kind of weak. Give her another whole new run. Also, since we're talking about runs, Spitfire, Marvel does this thing called these little mini runs, these mini series. If you are a Shang-Chi fan, then in the last few years, each year he's had a run, and it's been like 1 to 5, or like I think one went to 12, but it's been different series. I think it started with Shang-Chi, and then it went to Shang-Chi the Master Returns, and then it went to Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe, and then Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. And then there was a one shot that was like the Shang-Chi the Master of the 10 Rings. Like I like what they did with that, like giving like these shorts and then starting it over with number one, because we all knew number one's bringing new readers, and number one brings in collectors, and it's a good way to make money for the character. And I saw that Marvel does it because it has a definitive start, middle, and end to that arc in that run, and then you can just start off where that run ended in the next one if you do a next one. That model that they did for Shang-Chi from I think 2001 to now was fire, and I think they need to do that with more characters, especially like I mentioned characters that I haven't been seeing, like Nightwing and Night Thrasher. Like I think that they could bring I said Nightwing, Nighthawk. I'm sorry, Nighthawk. I hope I didn't say Nighthawk or Nightwing earlier. We'll see. But bring them back for these miniseries and give them definitive ends. And then if people like it, you can bring it back. You feel me? I think that's a great model for comic books. But that's gonna end my first segment of That Yo Spittin'. And I would like to thank y'all for watching that. I'm gonna come up with more. There'll probably be more Yo Spittin' throughout this podcast. So thank y'all for watching this That Yo Spittin'. We're gonna go into a new topic. This one pains me to do. Marvel is kicking DC ass when it comes to comics right now. They're putting belt to ass, foot to ass, whatever you can find to ass on DC right now, bro. And it's kind of sad. And I'm talking about in terms of comics. I'm not talking about movies, animation, none of that. I'm talking comics. As you see as in this podcast, you've kind of heard me say a couple things about how, like, you know, the DC comics have been like, you feel me? Like they just kind of been whatever. But Marvel literally has been killing it, bro. Like they've having more recently. They've having runs that I feel like are definitive runs. Like I think the Moon Knight and Daredevil runs lately have been fire. Miles has been fire. Ultimate Black Panther has been fire. Like they've really been clicking on all cylinders. Even with their big events like Blood Hunt, big event, Devil's Reign, that was a few years ago, big event. And now the Imperials big event that's happening right now. I think that they've just been hitting on all cylinders with their events and bringing their and just the series with their characters. And I feel like DC literally has just been slacking. Like I had a whole notes of them slacking right here. Like one, DC has had all these reboots and big launches that have gone nowhere. Like I listed them: Rebirth, Infinite Frontier, dawn of DC, and now we're on All In and Absolute. All In seems to be whack, but Absolute is fire. Absolute Universe is fire. I think they're all gonna combine into one day, but All In kind of has been whack, where Absolute has been fire. Dawn of DC did absolutely nothing. They were supposed to it was supposed to seem like they were trying to catapult the legacy characters into like a new stratosphere, into a new light. But they didn't do any of that. They didn't do nothing. We haven't really seen some of them characters since then. I think Nightwing's one of the few characters we actually seen do things since then. Like, Dawn of DC did nothing. It's supposed to be the death of the Justice League, just to bring the Justice League back as the Justice League has been. Like, it just doesn't even seem new, bro. DC just seems to be throwing things at the wall and not going anywhere. All In doesn't even seem like it's going anywhere. But I don't know. It just reading these different titles. Normally in Marvel, I can see that it could be leading something. I see that this whole God thing is a thing in Marvel that could be leading to something. But DC don't seem to be leading anything. It's kind of just a big disappointment. Like, Marvel right now really just seems to be killing it across the board with everybody, not just their main characters. I think Marvel's main characters are the ones not even really doing that much right now. You feel me? Like Iron Man, Captain America, like their stories, like I think some of the best stories are Daredevil, Moon Knight, Miles. Like, they're not even some of their top stories. You feel me? I'm not really reading Avengers, but people seem to love Avengers and thinking it's great. I haven't even been reading Avengers, bro. Like, it just seems like DC is being a big disappointment right now. And that's hard for me to say because I'm a DC fan. I'm a DC diehard. You feel me? But it seems like DC is just Batman is little friends. It's not even the big three. You feel me? It's more so focused on Batman and Superman. Wonder Woman just got a daughter, and you feel me? Wonder Woman, like Batman and Superman have multiple comics out. Wonder Woman, I believe, has one, and then except for actually Wonder Woman. But and then I looked at I was really loving. I've been reading Moon Knight, and Moon Knight is right now, and so I've been reading Moon Knight, and then it got me thinking about just vigilantes and vigilante stories. And I kept thinking about Marvel and how they've been killing that. I went to DC, and the vigilante stories right now are kind of just Batman and Batman extended characters and Green Arrow. Like, it's just kind of DC kind of just dropping the ball. Like, it just Absolute Universe is fire, but that's like an Elseworld type of story. You feel me? Like, that's a whole nother universe. Like, I just feel like DC for years hasn't done nothing. Dawn of DC did nothing. Like, we could have not had Dawn of DC and been fine. You feel me? But it pains me as a DC fan to say Marvel is putting belt to ass. Not even belt. Man, they're putting 2x4 to ass, bro. Like, it is crazy, man. But yeah, DC is getting cooked. Like, they're getting cooked. Like, they're getting Sunday dinner cooked right now, bro. Like, it's just wild to see, especially as a DC fan. And I feel like Marvel is actually really hitting on all cylinders with their comic books. Yeah. I hate that I had to make that a topic, but yeah. Tell me how y'all feel. What y'all readers feeling? Are you reading both? Are you just reading one? And if you are just reading one, tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk in these comments, all right? All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this episode of Your Nerd Podcast. I want to wrap this episode with some comic book recommendations. These aren't really well, let's not call them recommendations. Let's call them Malcolm's favorite Marvel runs in the recent history. All right. So, like I said, I told you, Marvel has been doing some runs that I think are like definitive runs, and I want to give y'all some of my favorites that have been coming out in the last couple of years. I have 4 actually for you. So, one of my favorite runs that Marvel came out within the last 10 years or so, maybe more, was the Thor Jason A.A. run. All right, the Jason A.A. run was what? That Thor run, that had the God Butcher storyline in it, which saw past Thor, future Thor, and present Thor take on the God Butcher. Like, that run is fire. It is my favorite Thor story. My favorite Thor. I'm not a huge Thor fan. I've been more so reading his recent comics, but that one was my favorite. The Thor, Jason Aaron run was dope. All right. Next up, the Moon Knight MacKay, my man's MacKay been on the Moon Knight. MacKay been on the Moon Knight, killing it. His run of Moon Knight is still going on, actually, with the Fist of Khonshu. And actually, that one is Moon Knight's kind of doing the thing like Shang-Chi did, with like these runs, these mini runs and stuff like that. They had a really long run, then they had another run before the I think it was like the Phases of Moon Knight or something like that, and now it's like the Fist of Khonshu. His run has just been getting better and better. There's a part in the newer comic where kind of they show him talking to his different personalities, and each different personality is in their own setting, right? Like his rich one is like in a bar, is like in a office building. His like cab driver guy, he is like at a bar or something like that. Like it's really dope. Like MacKay's run of Moon Knight has just been spectacular, bro, and I love it. All right, the Jeff Lemire run was good, but I think this one may top that. Next up, Chip Zdarsky, which I saw somewhere that's not his real name, but that's not even here to talk about. Daredevil Chip Zdarsky's run has been great, has been fire. Definitely check out that run. That like that leads into like the Devil's Reign storyline and stuff like that, man. It's just great Daredevil. It's great Daredevil content. If you love Daredevil, it is just great Daredevil content. That's really all I can say. It's just great Daredevil content. Next up, the intergalactic, and actually Ta-Nehisi Coates. I hope I'm not butchering his first name. The Coates run of Green Lantern of Black Panther has been fire. I was gonna say the Intergalactic Empire Black Panther, but that whole run even before that was tough. So basically just read all of Coates' run of Black Panther. All right. So my runs for you for Marvel is Black Panther, Coates' run, Daredevil, Chip Zdarsky's run, Moon Knight, MacKay's run, MacKay, however you say it, his run, Thor, Jason Aaron run is those four within the last like decade, maybe a little more, have been great runs, bro. Great reads, great stories, just pure entertainment. Just, yes, love those. And that is how I want to wrap up this episode, which is probably one of my favorite episodes. I just got to talk about comics all episode. Like, this was great. Episode 4 of the Yo and Nerd podcast. We're wrapping up. I want to thank y'all for watching, and you already know, like, subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the videos. You feel me? Comment on the videos. Let's talk about some of the things I talked about. I said Marvel is killing DC right now. How do you feel about that? Let's talk about that, all right? But like I said, like, subscribe, and comment. And please tell your friends about me. Tell them about Malcolm McFadden, the creator of 615 Comics and Yo and Nerd. But thank y'all for watching.